We have just finished looking at the statement of Anthony Gerard Maguire, the drug dealer from Newry in County Down, who gave a false statement against Aaron. We've linked him to his first cousin, a criminal, illegal immigrant, and Leia, complete and total Leia, Christopher Morton. We've linked both of these men to Daniel Cahill, nominated as the star witness in the framing of Aaron Brady. So we've linked all those details together, those three men together, and we've given an overview of how they were coerced, how they were bribed, and how they were willing to tell lies to save their own lives in New York, and indeed, literally save their own lives because they were in danger should they have been deported, as they should have been. If they were deported from New York, their lives were in danger back here in Ireland, such as the friendships and the company they kept here. So we're going to continue with this, and we're going to show even more clearly that people were coerced, people were put under pressure, but others were also very much involved with Matt Katsky, Homeland Security agent Matt Katsky, and recruiting anyone whatsoever to tell lies against Aaron. And we've seen that when we critiqued and we looked at and listened to the audio tape of Matt Katsky offering James Flynn in Belfast Airport, "You'll never see us again if you give us Brady," and he said he would speak to anyone who wanted to talk to him. So now we're going to move on, and this is a very in-depth look into this man here. We've covered him on numerous occasions. It's Ronan Flynn. Very much and very integral to the whole investigation and all through Aaron's trial. Ronan Flynn, I have spoken to him on numerous occasions. I have vast amounts of text messages from him. I have a number of recorded conversations with him. And through all those conversations and text messages, we'll see in the coming weeks were many, many promises for Ronan Flynn to come forward, do the right thing, tell the truth, and show the Irish authorities and Homeland Security agent Matt Katsky for what they really are. Ronan has failed to do so, and I've spoken to Ronan probably over the course of the last 3 years, and we've had nothing, only empty promises from Ronan Flynn. Now, there's a vast swathe of information, collusion, corruption, coercion, you name it, it's involved with Ronan Flynn. Extradition warrants disappearing, all sorts of chicanery with the Irish authorities and some particular detectives. But what I do want to just look at in this first short video, because I want to keep it reasonably short, I want to show, and it's something we've never really mentioned before about Ronan Flynn, because we were giving them the opportunity to come forward, and we have always said we do, to a degree, understand the pressure and the situation Detective Mark Phillips and Detective Paul Gill put him under. We've understood that, and we've offered Ronan and his family, I've spoken to Ronan's father, the opportunity to come forward, tell the truth, and see what happens. They've refused to do so. So we've come to that point in Aaron's campaign where this is a continuation from the other criminals that the guards done deals with, Morton, Maguire and Cahill. So now we're going to really focus in on Ronan Flynn. And probably the most disgusting and despicable thing Flynn could have done was try to recruit his cousin to tell lies also. So we're going to run through the actual text messages from Ronan Flynn to his cousin Christopher. So I've fast swathed these, so I think I have it down to 6 or 7 pages, as you see. I'll bring them up here as we go along, and we'll go through it, and it's quite obvious who he's contacting and what his objectives are. So we'll just put up the first one here. So this is from Ronan Flynn, is the white, and the green writing is his cousin Christopher. Right, so I'll just run through it all. How bad do you want to move back to New York? What's up? Do you want to come back? Think I'm good here for now. Nothing really pulling me towards there at the moment. Well, what if you had the option? If you wanted to, you could. Not this side of Christmas. No, how's you? No, I mean like you could come back whenever you felt like it. Legally. Yeah, how does that work? I can set up a meeting with a friend of mine in America or Ireland. You can hear what he has to say and then decide. So what? That's from the 4th of September 2018. So what I want to do now is to introduce the friend that Ronan is speaking about here. We're just going to show you these two slides. So, and we're moving on to the 6th of October 2018 here. I got a new phone and lost all my contacts. All right, I'm just getting ready to head home from Spain here. Need to look, see it, or can I find it? Oh yeah, please. Fucking broke my phone and lost all. Raging. Well, so later on, he asked him later on October, well, did you find that number for me? Hey, did you get that or what? So Christopher comes back with this number, 07834 535041. Dead on, lad. Thanks. So let's have a look at who actually owns this phone number. There we go. I'm going to bring it up in full screen. U.S. Department of Homeland Security Investigations, Matthew Katsky, Assistant Attaché, U.S. Embassy, London. And there you can see the number, +44 07834 535041. So the number Ronan was exchanging with his cousin was American Homeland Security agent Matt Katsky. Okay, so there's no ambiguity here. And now I'm just going to bring up this slide. So this is actually from Christopher's phone, and this is the Homeland Security HLS, the phone, contacting Christopher. So this is Matt Katsky canvassing somebody he knows absolutely nothing about the Modern Robbery at Lordship Credit Union, has no knowledge of anything that happened at Lordship Credit Union, and Matt Katsky, a Homeland Security agent, is canvassing him to tell lies against either the Flynn brothers and or Aaron. Okay, so there we are. Homeland Security. Can you talk? Can you talk? Can you talk? So Mr. Katsky's quite insistent. With people at the minute, I will call you tomorrow evening. Sounds good. Are you anywhere near London? Christopher says Northampton. No worries. Let's talk tomorrow. And then he texts tomorrow. Can you talk? So we can see there, Agent Katsky is very, very anxious to get someone else to tell lies. He's obviously told Ronan that he can do deals for these people and get them into America legally. So let's confirm these assertions we have. And next group of messages here. What you at? Chilling out. Same, having a few beers. Are you sick of the UK? Are you sick of the UK yet? LOL. Yeah, shit crack. You walking away? Yeah, flat out. Why don't you come back here then? And Christopher says, nothing for me over there at the minute. Yeah, there is. We can set up another detailing van for you. It's handy, easy money too. Yeah, see what happens after the new year. And this is the important bit there. This is Ronan. I'm going to bring it up. I've lost a bit of it on this slide. Just going to bring it up here where we can see it properly. There we go. Yeah, let me know. My boy works for Homeland. He got Emma Jane a 10-year visa and she was banned. She's coming back out in March. I want to read this again to you. Now, this is Emma Jane is Ronan's sister. Yeah, let me know. My boy works for Homeland. He got Emma Jane a 10-year visa and she was banned. As far as I can ascertain, Emma Jane had overstayed her ESTA, so therefore she would have had a 10-year ban for getting back into America. And it seems Matt Katsky, whom we know from the telephone number and the business card, Homeland Security card, is the man organising these green cards to layers and people who are willing to give false statements to their family. There's one for everyone in the audience with Matt Katsky and Mark Phillips and Paul Gill. Just give it to you, no bother, when you home. I'm going home in a few months, flat out here at the moment. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine and he has a lot of power. Then the bottom half of that is a chat about, I think, an RTA, a road traffic accident that Ronan had. So back on, this is sheet 5. Yeah, this one. So he asks, Ronan's asking, have you rang him? Have you rang Katsky? I've been busy. I will call him back tomorrow, about to go to sleep. Well, did you call him back? Haven't heard from him. What's he need? He just has an opportunity for you to come back here when you feel like it. I'll let him know to call you. And then Crystal comes back. He called me there, but I'm busy. Told him I will call him back tomorrow evening. Okay, cool. He's a nice fella. So there you go. Ronan's telling his cousin here that Matt Katsky is a nice fella. Next sheet. You can hear what he has to say and then decide. In the UK, where you are, he can meet you wherever you want. Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? So send me a place you can meet him, and I'll give him your number, and you can meet up and see what you think. Yeah, well, I'm moving this week, so I will let you know where I move to. We haven't found a house yet. He can meet you this week after your work, so you can start thinking about it. Yeah, I will get back to you, just getting in the shower here. Okay, is it an Irish guy? No, he's American. So that is the introduction to Matt Katsky, and I'm just going to flip back to the Homeland Security, and that's when we see in September that Katsky attempts to call Christopher. So Ronan has handed over his cousin's information to Matt Katsky, and Matt Katsky's looking for someone else to tell lies. Now, I don't know if we can put it any clearer or any more succinct than that. Ronan had 3 years, 4 years of opportunity to come forward and tell the truth. And having said that, he did make an approach to Aaron's legal team, and he did confirm he was put under duress to tell lies against Aaron. And then what happened, I'm sure most of you will know, but if you don't, drop us a message and we'll send you the relevant links to this. Clips of Ronan giving evidence. In fact, what we'll do is, I'm just going to show you this very quick clip here. This is Ronan Flynn actually giving his statement against Aaron to Detective Mark Phillips. And you can see here, Ronan gets his lines wrong and Mark Phillips has to correct him. Now watch this for a piece of detective work.
Well, just cast your mind back to try and recall what he said in relation to the car. I said, what was it? He said it was, I said, what sort of car was it? He said it was like I don't know, well, I think he said BMW.
So the captions popping up on that little clip there shows quite clearly, Ronan says, yeah, they told me they stole a BMW. Wrong. There was never a BMW stolen. The vehicle actually stolen, probably to be used in the silver Passat that was used, was stolen, we believe, on the Tuesday night by another gang. We have a relatively good idea who that was. It wasn't the blue Passat that James Flynn was found guilty of being conspiracy to steal. But again, as we go through Ronan's stuff, we'll be able to go back and clarify that. So he gets his words wrong, and Mark Phillips said, now you have to think, stop and think, and make sure you're getting the information right that we told you. And if you listen carefully, when you have the original copy of that, you can hear teeth grinding with Mark Phillips when Ronan gets his lines wrong. So why did Ronan tell lies? Well, this is another text message from Ronan, and we'll be going into more details in these text messages. I have all this on voice recordings, messages, phone calls I've had with Ronan. So just put this up here. They arrested me at my job in front of a whole bar full of people. I lost my job. They held me handcuffed with 7 cars of police, told me I was going home. I'll never see my wife and child again, on some bullshit about Tommy Eccles' case that was fake paper. Kept me handcuffed to the side of the cell, busted into my house with no warrant to search it, made an example of me over here, took my interview for my 10-year green card after that, because I told them when I got a lawyer, I want my statement taken off. This is a forced fake statement. The guard basically wrote it himself. And so for that, they took my file from immigration because I wouldn't help them with the AB case. That's the Aaron Brady case. I was trying to expose them. Again, could it be any simpler? Can it be any clearer? We have that on numerous occasions from Ronan Flynn. And again, we have to emphasise the other senior investigating officer on this clown here, Pat Murray. Listen to this.
The word spread. Irish cops were in town. Witnesses were found who had crucial evidence in the case.
There was approximately 5 persons who came forward with information in where approximately 5 persons who came forward with information in where there was approximately 5 persons who came forward with information in where they...
So we're led to believe approximately 5 people came forward. Ronan's 7 carloads of police. There was an immigration removal officer with Ronan. We'll detail that. Go through that now in a second briefly. So there's an immigration officer, Homeland Security, drugs units, extradition warrants, all sorts, and 7 carloads of police. He was arrested and handcuffed. Pat Murray says approximately 5 people came forward. We know Daniel Cahill was arrested after he hid in an attic, allegedly for 6 hours he was in an attic. Anthony Gerard Maguire is pulled in off the street. So we know Christopher Morton may very well have come forward because he sent Pat Murray an email looking to find out how he could get the reward. So we have a lot to cover with Ronan. So if we take all this information here, put it in with Maguire, Morton and Cahill, it all fits. It all makes sense. The jigsaw is perfect. Please, the people of Ireland, this must stop. We must ask you again and plead with you. Please like, comment and share. Please raise this with your local politician. And as I say once again, just send them the links to some of our videos and ask them to have a look. And is this right? Is this, can this happen? Or are the Brady family and the Justice for Aaron Brady campaign, are they belittling and making little of Adrian Donoghue's life? A man whose face was blown off in the line of duty. So either way, there will be some investigation by people in authority. So as we move on, as I said, there's going to be a lot of information with Ronan's video, Ronan's interviews, and then we have the invaluable affidavit that was created by Aaron's initial solicitors, Neil Manley, and this is Mark Phillips, his report, D.I. Phillips, and all his meetings with Ronan, and subsequent how the extradition warrant was mentioned and may have been dealt with. And also, in relation to the Flynn family, on the 15th of April last year, between 11:10 and 12:45 p.m, Detective Mark Phillips gave a testimony in the case of intimidation against Aaron. And this focused on the release of the video clips of Ronan giving a statement. And we've covered this in great detail. But Mark Phillips told numerous lies, perjury, all sorts of complete and utter nonsense. But in the Irish Independent, we'll go through this again. Witness warned he would be dealt with and his family would get it if he testified against Garda killer Aaron Brady. Now, obviously, we have always denied, we have never threatened or coerced anyone. We have Ronan Flynn on tape telling us that his mother and his family never met the Bradys. Now, I have given a sentence details to Ronan, and obviously, as we move forward to Aaron's appeal, it's actually not Aaron's appeal. These people here are appealing the leniency of Aaron's sentence for the intimidation. So we look forward to that in February, in the near future, so we can deal with some of Mark Phillips's lies on that date. Okay, so that all ties in with this man here, Ronan Flynn. It goes in, we have footage of guards sort of attacking Ronan on the streets in New York. We have Ronan Flynn's extradition warrant. It is endless, the corruption and the collusion that's orchestrated by this man in connection with Ronan Flynn. So that's an introduction to it. We can see quite clearly from the text messages, there's it there, Matt Katsky, Homeland Security, canvassing for people to tell lies. Is this acceptable? Is this acceptable to any person watching this video? If you have any interest in justice, if you have any empathy for the life of Detective Garda Adrian Donoghue, you will raise questions about what these people here have done and how they have coerced people here like Ronan Flynn. So we look forward to bringing you much more. There's going to be several videos, I think, on Ronan's interactions with us and also with his family. I've spoken to Ronan's dad. We have all that. We've passed on all this information in the affidavit, and the Flynn family have denied that there ever was an extradition warrant. So we don't know who's telling the truth, who's telling lies. It's all a complete mess, but we will keep going. We will not stop till we get to the bottom of it. So that's all could come in the next videos, and we'll see you again very soon. Thank you for watching. Please, please like, comment, share. Thank you.